This isn't your typical motorsports podcast. You're listening to Crush This, a monster truck podcast presented by High Octane Coffee and J Concepts. A show where we take you inside the minds of your favorite drivers, past and present, of the monster truck industry. And now, your hosts, Brad Shaw and Dan Cheech Agosh. Buckle in. The show starts now.
And welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Crush This Monster Truck Podcast. My name is Brad Shaw, and the guy that's peering from his camera inside the Hall Brothers rig is Mr. Dan Cheech Agosh. And sorry about the wind noise for Cheech there. We gotta have the panda survive the heat. He's an endangered species.
So like this.
He's gonna... How's it going, Cheech? How are you doing, man?
Doing all. Dang it. Doing all right here in the great state of Montana. I don't know if they have like a. Do you guys hear me? Good.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm in Missoula, Montana. Just got back from doing a car crash in Great Falls, Montana. Round 2 in the Montana trip that we did early this year, I guess, when we were at Bozeman, Lewiston, and then Butte, which is spelled B-U-T-T-E. Anyway, it's going to be cutting in and out, so I'm giving you a heads up on my internet connection. I'm using the Great Mountains of Montana to help me out. They're not really helping me out.
Well, if your service goes, if your service dies, I'll kind of continue on going on. But lots of stuff, lots of events in the monster truck world this past weekend. Lots of awesome shows. Last week, you guys had the Champaign County Fair, the Hall Brothers, hometown show. How did that go?
Well, first we need to thank our sponsors and the people that gave us our 5-star likes there, Brad.
Yes. I'm a little bit ahead of myself.
Champagne show.
I'm a little bit ahead of myself. I'd like to give a huge thank you to Joey Sylvester and High Octane Coffee since day one. He has supported us. Jason and Fred from J Concepts, always providing awesome giveaways for us with some of the J Concepts products. They're also a sponsor of Agosh RC Racing and a lot of our other friends like Josh Rhodes and some other people. We also have Justin Story with his graphic novel, whatever you want to call it, called Making Tracks comic. Go check that out on Amazon. I believe it's $10 a pop. Go get yourself one of those. Go support him. Awesome dude. We also have Nick Davis with Back Channel Productions, always providing awesome quality content with the Renegade Tour. What?
I'm just laughing because like 2 days ago, Nick liked us.
He finally liked our page.
Yeah, he finally liked our page like 2 days ago, and we've been tagging his work for a good 2 years, and now he finally goes and does it. I just thought it was funny, but continue on.
Yeah, he does a lot of awesome content. Go follow him on YouTube. We also have 6B Apparel, Chris Bozeman with 6B Apparel. Always making us look good. We have the crew shirts. They are $100 a pop. You have to either message me or Cheech. We have the old school design and the retro wave design, which is kind of the newer logo. We've had it for about 2 years now. We also like to thank JB Scale Graphics. They do graphics for RCs for Bigfoot, Bad Habit, Against the Grain, Overkill Evolution, Heavy Hitter Obsessed. Go check those guys out. They do flags. Go support those guys. So yeah, let's after, and also guys, make sure you go on to our YouTube, give us a subscribe and a follow, share that. We're hoping to do some more stuff with our YouTube at some point. Maybe if the trip to the States happens for me, kind of waiting on what's going on with the borders, I will be vlogging some of the trip, especially if I'm going to be at the U.S. Nationals, like it's hopefully going to be. And then go on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Go give us a 5-star review and a like and a subscribe on there, guys. That helps us out. I even got my girlfriend to subscribe on those, and my parents and a lot of other people. I'm like, hey, have you go subscribe to us? It helps us out. Give us a 5-star review. That really helps us out. Also, got to put in here, shout out everybody that's in the chat here. John, hey John, Chad's always here. Joshua White, Mike Hedman. So so we'll get into it. You guys had the Champaign County Fair show. How was that? Because I saw some Snapchat footage from you. There was like, I forget what it was, but there was like goat racing or like chicken racing. What was that you guys were doing the night before?
That was pig racing. There was some pig racing going on there, and me and Josh they picked like 3 competitors to pick a pig, and me and Josh had to pick one of. I picked number 2, number 3, and he picked number 5, and number 2 won it all. So that was good because I didn't have to wear a ribbon. But yeah, and then that night before we watched some flat track racing, which is pretty cool stuff. If you ever have a chance to watch some motorcycle flat track racing, do it. Grade 8. The last group, the first 1 and 2 were kind of pulling away, and the battle for third was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe like 2 or 3 lead changes in one lap, in every lap that they were running. So I don't know, it was choreographed, but it was pretty cool. So that was the night beforehand, and so we had some fun there, filming some stuff for Mike Nugent's live vlog or vlog that he has on YouTube. Go check that boy out in his videos and stuff like that. So the night after, Champaign County in Champaign, Illinois, the Champaign County Monster Truck Nationals. It was a simple course, 5 cars, straight line. That is it. And with a car, van, dirt ramp in the middle, and then dirt ramp to ramp on a van on the front straightaway. So it was a simple show track. There's 6 trucks: Raminator, Bigfoot, Ramunition, Samson, Hotsy, and Reptoid. And we started off with wheelies, and the wheelie winner was Samson. That was fan judging, so there wasn't really any points or anything like that.
Yeah.
The racing final was actually between Dale Benier and Hotsy against Curtis Kramer and Ramunition, and Ramunition was the racing winner. So that was pretty cool. And then it came to freestyle, and the winner on that one, it was Mark Hall and Raminator. So it was a pretty good show. A lot of these guys, though, went to different events, in the weekend. Samson was heading to Richland County Fair in Ohio for a throwdown show. Reptoid was doing a exhibition car crash at a event in Michigan, and Ramunition was heading to Juliet for Route 66 for the Monster Truck Madness. Later on in the week, Hotsy's about the only truck that's about staying put, but Bigfoot's going to be at West Plains, Missouri this weekend. And for those heading to Wabash, Indiana, there is going to be a Raminator car crush there at the dealership there in Wabash. Also in Missoula, me and Kurt will be here at the dealership too in Missoula, and do a car crash also. But all the information I could probably give you is I know Chris Kohler won racing and freestyle Saturday night. I still need to find information for Sunday. Kurt made the wheelies and race quad chaos and some technical electrical issues happened on this truck. So that was Saturday night. But Sunday, he made it to the semifinals and put a pretty good freestyle run and some minor damage to the truck, but it's repairable. So, and outside of that, there's some monster truck action this weekend, and Monster Jam in New Orleans, Monster Jam in Columbus, Monster Jam in Green Bay. Let's see here. Throwdown had one at Mansfield, Ohio. Now the Route 66 show isn't technically a throwdown show. It's run by the racetrack, but the crew of the throwdown crew do the stuff for them. And they had that show there. There was a show in West Coast, I don't know exactly, somewhere in Washington. So there's some action there.
This last weekend, Lucama in North Carolina, the Renegade Tour had an event in North Kakalaki. So they're kicking ass still. They're actually off this week, but heading to Fulton, New York, for a show there. So if you're in the New York area, you want to see some awesome action,
go up to Syracuse area.
Yeah, so go up to Fulton Speedway there. Go check that out. There's going to finally be some monster truck action here in Canada. Castro Raceway, August, in Edmonton, Alberta, basically Leduc by the airport. I believe it's August 21st, 22nd. They're having what they're calling the COVID Crusher event. It's kind of partnered up with Throwdown, because all the borders are closed. It's going to be some Canadian trucks. It's going to be Roughneck and Crude Behavior, and then I believe some of the Como team, like Rat Nasty, Loud and Dirty, Anger Management. They're going to be coming over to this side of Canada from Ontario and doing a show there. So not too sure if it's going to be a full event or if it's going to be like exhibition. Not too sure yet. I'll be finding out more details hopefully soon, but you better believe I'm going to try my best to be there. So and Mike Hedman also, there was a show at the Racine County Fairgrounds in Union Grove, Wisconsin. Iconic venue for that location as well. Union Grove has always had many moments in the Penda series, especially with Snakebite in the Shed. That's a very iconic venue for the sport as well. So I want to get into a little something here, kind of going a little bit away from the monster truck stuff. Talk about a little bit of NHRA. There was some stuff that happened on Sunday between John Force and Matt Hagan. I don't know if you've seen anything about it, Cheech.
All I know is Leah Pritchett and Ron Capps won, didn't they?
Yeah, so I believe this was in first round. Rodney Tweedy's in the chat here. How's it going, Rodney? He just says Daniel Cheech Agosh. So I believe it was first round. It was Hagan versus Force, and there's always been a rivalry between those two. There's always going to be the DFR or the JFR versus the DSR battle. Well, John's, people have been critical about John because of his old age, and and him taking a little bit more time to stage and get ready. Well, John, I don't know if it was an accident or what happened, but he accidentally double bowled Matt Hagan. And there's something on. You can watch the interview on Facebook on the NHRA page, but Hagan, all of a sudden has to hurry up, get in. He whole shots Force, but then Force beats him at the line. Afterwards, those two are like finger pointing at each other and bitching each other out, and John Force in a way said, "I'm John Force. I can do whatever I want." But and I'm the biggest John Force fan in the world. I that's my favorite guy. He's my number one. Cheech got me a shirt from the U.S. Nationals last year of John Force. Do you think it's time for Force to go, or do you think it was just a mistake that he made? Like something happened, his routine got messed up. Because a lot of those guys have routines going up to the starting line.
Right, but why would he leave if he won?
No, he didn't leave. Like he still raced on, but Like,
No. He won the race, right?
yeah.
So why does he need to leave the seat?
No, but do you think it's because of his old age? Do you think he's starting to forget stuff, or do you think he's still sharper than ever? Or do you think Matt Hagen's just being a whiny crybaby about it?
I just think maybe it was just a mistake, but the car went down the straightaway, and the guy inside of it is John Force. He won the race against Matt Hagen. It was, it's a simple mistake. So Eric Meager and Snake Bite flips throttle and makes Dan Rente red light. Does that mean Eric Meager needs to get out of the seat?
No. But like there's so
maybe it's mind games. You can beat someone before you even hit the light.
Yeah.
If John did it on purpose, John did it on purpose. If John did it on accident, John did it on accident. But the point is if he probably needs to leave if his reaction time was terrible, or he can't drive the car, but he can drive the car, and I just think it was just a race of a moment. Them two can get over it. Well, one of them can get over it and move on. So I don't think Force needs to retire. I think Force can drive like Eddie Hill. So just keep on keeping on.
I agree. There's a lot of people that are.
I just think it's just racing.
I agree with you. There's a lot of people, and like I've looked at Matt Hagen's social media, and he's been very vocal about it. John is just he's got to stay competitive. John Force still is, I think, the top of the class, and we need those rivalries. Look at back in the 2000s. Look at John Force versus Whit Bazemore, or John Force versus Ron Capps. Like, you need those rivalries in the sport.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have that also, like in Lost Trucks. It seems like everyone's against John Force. Everyone was against Bigfoot. In the Penna days, it just seemed like, in Monster Trucks in general back in the days, is Fred had some beef over Bob, and it just seemed like Jack had a beef with Bob, or something like that nature, or Everett had something to do with Bigfoot. If you have to stay competitive just to do what you need to do to stay competitive, then so be it.
Yeah.
There's so he, I'm probably cutting off and on, huh?
No, you're good. It's just, you need those rivalries. It drives the sport. Yeah. And it's always drive the sport to make people competitive and keep on going, it's gonna, you got to keep it interesting. You look at NASCAR, Kyle Busch versus Dale Jr., after the spin at Richmond. There always has to be a rivalry, and it just keeps it entertaining. What you mentioned Bigfoot. I gotta say, the body that Darren had at the county fair, like just how that truck looks. Oh my gosh, that thing is gorgeous.
Yes, the full body Ford truck, off-road truck, but either or, there was a Bigfoot there, which is a good sign. So that's all that matters, and I guess there's gonna be some news soon coming from that camp. So I don't know if it's released yet or anything, but stay tuned on that. Could be a family tradition. So.
So we gotta stay tuned to the Bigfoot page, I guess.
Yep. T-shirts, by the way, take a look at the T-shirts. Raminator got new T-shirts too. If anyone wants to check a look at that stuff too. Let's see here. It's good also to see Leah Pruitt. I always say, finally got a Wally. Just
yes.
Even though she has one, I think a lot of people think she should be consistently winning, and I get that, but finally she got that, and get that monkey off her back, and maybe pursue a little, get the ball rolling. And also, it's good to see Ron Capps also win too.
Yeah.
That was good. And also, how do you feel about like, I think his name's Alex Dungworth. I don't know his last name, but yeah, jumping into Top Fuel from Pro Stock.
Oh, Alex Laughlin.
Laughlin, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You know, I think he's great for the sport of NHRA. He brings a lot of different sponsors. He brought back Hot Wheels back into, you know, what they're doing there. You know, I love what he's doing. I actually also wanted to mention this. The Scrappers team with Alan Johnson brought out at Sonoma a Blaine Johnson tribute car from the 90s. It's painted like his 96 U.S. Nationals car, the blue and yellow Traverse Tool Company car. I love that. One thing that I see, because NASCAR already has the throwback races. They have the Darlington throwback race. Do that with NHRA. That's one thing I would love to see. You know, we've seen it throughout the couple years, somebody doing like a tribute to Snake and Mongoose or whatever, but do a throwback NHRA event. Like, that would be so cool. You know, like, do you think that something like that would be like I think that would be a huge hit. What do you think?
I think that'd be cool, seeing like the Budweiser Top Fuel, without the Budweiser name, but the design of it. You know, or you know, yeah, like Leah. Her car would look like Eddie Hill's. Pennzoil.
Yeah.
They're sponsored by Pennzoil. That's the Pennzoil Top Fuel dragster. You know,
bring back the nuclear banana.
The nuclear banana. You know, going through peak, maybe, you know, it's kind of hard with John Force because, you know, his car was so much dedicated to the Castrol GTX. He could go back to have a peak sponsor car that looked like his brute force.
Yeah.
Something like that nature.
Hey, Wes, you got your ears on?
No.
I just think it would add a different element.
That's the truck driving code.
Into like it would bring back the nostalgia. Oh, Mike Hedman with actually a good comments here.
Yeah.
He says, "Was sitting here thinking about all the legendary names that are making a comeback after all these years. I thought, what if a promoter put a show together and called it Old School Throwdown with an 18 truck field? This would be awesome. Here's the lineup: Bigfoot, Barefoot, Taurus, USA 1, Monster Patrol, Outlaw, Thunder Chicken, King Crunch, Master Disaster, Barely Tame, Black Stallion, Snakebite, Predator, Jurassic Attack, Carolina Crusher, Overkill, which would have to be Overkill Evolution, Samson, and Equalizer. They could run like a Penda style course. I think that'd be freaking awesome. Speaking of like old, like throwback kind of stuff, doing like an old school kind of throwback race.
Yeah, for a guy who's a fan of Raminator, he kind of missed out that truck, huh? So anyway, you know, with a throwback, what the guys have been, you know, throwing that truck, it may not, you know, truck started in 2002, but anything with the Hall brothers on it, I think needs to be there. Not showing favoritism, but, you know.
Do like a Dodge Big Boss or something.
Something like that nature, you know what I mean? Not a Dodge, I mean Ram, but, you know, maybe a style executioner type deal. I don't know, but
that's the name I'd like to see come back as Executioner. I always love that truck. That that
I don't know.
Well, like I think having bringing back the Big Boss name would be cool. You know, kind of throwing back to how they started. You know, I think that'd be kind of sweet.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see how that goes and stuff like that. But yeah, I dig that All-Star thing. You know, that'd be pretty cool. Who would put the money behind it, though? That's the question.
Yeah, because that's a stacked lineup. So you'd have to have a lot of money behind it to make it feel old school. You know, and like if an event like that, do it for pay-per-view. You know, like might as well. You know, look at the success of the Mid-America Outdoors show. You know, when they streamed it on YouTube, like, you know, you finally got to see some like live monster truck action on like a pay-per-view forum or like YouTube. That was cool to see, you know, and that event just like was awesome to see, like, you know, an event of that magnitude, you know.
I gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah,
your pop says hello.
Hey, what's up, Dad? And there could be other ideas and stuff like that. It's just we gotta see, you know, how financially it would be, but that'd be kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it'd be kind of cool if someone threw enough money in there to, you know, maybe bring back a, you know, just say for one night only, if Feld's willing to bring a gravedigger out. You know, I know that'd be hard to do, but I think that'd be pretty cool.
Hey, money talks, right?
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. Money talks. You know.
Pretty much, you bring that truck, you pay the truck, and then all the merchandise sales of gravedigger could probably go straight to Feld anyway. So.
Yeah. It's good, right? Especially, you know, to see the monster truck, especially coming from last year, where the monster truck industry is at. It's back to full force. You know, it's, you know, last summer was kind of the summer of the independent promoters and stuff like that. That's kind of what I considered it. And, you know, now with Feld, you know, coming back and doing more shows in different states, you know, at the same time, it's just good to see everything happening again. You know, drivers that, you know, like look at Cody Saucier coming back with the, you know, John Gordon team repping Fast Company, and even another announcement, Colton Eichelberger coming back into Max D. You know, that was kind of unexpected. He's been doing stuff with Michael Harper and the Monster Truck Wars stuff in Texas, but it's good to see him coming back into the seat of Max D. So, you know, it's good to see all these guys like Aaron Kane, like, as he was at Route 66 this past weekend in Jurassic Attack. You know, it's good to see these guys coming back.
Christian's
and
back. But
yeah, that was, I didn't expect that. You know, seeing him, you know, on social media post he's back with Bigfoot. Like, it's good to see that. You know, it's good to see the sport full force again.
Yeah. I mean, it's just weird how you know, we've been missing some people just because of the COVID. You know, they did other jobs and stuff like that. But yeah, well, it's still not full force quite yet, Brad, but it's getting closer to it.
Yeah, like compared to where compared to last year where we were at, you know, at this point, it's, you know, probably about 75-80%, you know, back to normal. You know, there's still a little bit more that has to be done, I feel like, but, you know, especially for, like, I've always going to complain about it, you know, the fans up here in Canada. You know, we're kind of still, you know, waiting and hoping, you know, that more stuff is going to happen, you know. And we talked, you know, with, you know, Michael last week, Michael Christensen, and, you know it's kind of hard bringing, you know, trucks and stuff up to Canada, you know, even with the pandemic, but, you know, it kind of, it's a struggle, you know. You know, I've always, you know, if I ever win the lottery, I would start a series up here. Like, if I ever won the lottery, that's just a pipe dream, but, you know, I'd start something for Canadians and Canadian fans because, you know, we need something up here. You know, I think that'd be really cool, you know, to bring more events up here. You know, like over the last couple of years, you know, Monster Jam used to do Edmonton, Calgary, you know, all other, like, smaller places, Winnipeg, smaller arena shows. And now, if Monster Jam ever does come up to Canada, they don't even do Rogers Centre in Toronto anymore. They don't even do Supercross in Canada. You know, just because it can be a pain in the ass. But, you know, Monster Jam is mainly stuck to, like, Vancouver, Calgary, you know, other... they do Winnipeg. Monster Jam used to do, like, Nova Scotia Speed World, and all these other events in Canada. The only people that really come up to Canada these days is Throwdown. You know, they do stuff in Ontario, here in Alberta. You know, it's kind of... You know, it's upsetting, but I understand. You know, and I'm hoping that'll change at some point.
Yeah, it's just the government. You got deal with their demands and everything like that. Going to Canada, going back to the United States, paper logs, telling them, hey, what you have inside the trailer. You have to let a whole list of paperwork letting people know what you got inside here, and then then you have to go and prove that this stuff ain't bought in Canada back to the United States. It's just trying to control the world of smuggling, I guess, and go from there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but I mean, just this COVID really pushed it. But I mean, 3 years ago, it wasn't that big of an issue. I remember doing shows in Nova Scotia and stuff like that. So yeah. I don't know.
Levi with the comment, Levi Showens, who just I think it was his first show as a full-on tech official, so congratulations, Levi. Trying Tim Hortons also for the first time. Says, after this weekend, monster trucks need to have more confetti. He's talking about FTI Torque donut contest, popping a little confetti popper during donuts, so I think that was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's kind of like, like George Balhan or whoever, like the Charlie Pocket taking the wheel off.
Yeah, or Captain's Curse wearing t-shirts. People forget that they had a t-shirt gun in the back of Captain's Curse.
I always thought that was cool.
Out of the truck. Yeah.
Like stuff like trucks
that.
Trucks like that stuff has like I can't even speak. I'm like you last week. I can't speak now. I got the curse now.
Yeah, you got the curse now.
No, like trucks.
Yeah,
trucks.
I mean,
trucks that have that kind of stuff I think is cool. Like little things.
That's what Little Miss Dangerous had back in the Thunder National days. They had graffiti or whatever you call it. Italian about to be that shoot out the back of the truck and stuff like that. So,
but
it's pretty cool. She did that.
It just allows more just different stuff in events and keeps it kind of fresh, and it's exciting. Even though like the pandemic ruined a lot of stuff, it's still exciting to be a monster truck fan in these times. You have like so many different promoters doing stuff. Like you have let's see, Highlight Reel Entertainment. You have Renegade, Monster Jam, Throwdown, Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, All Star, Monster Truck Wars. Like the amount of promoters, I was thinking about this like recently. Like the amount of promoters in the sport now. Like you have Checker Flag. It's crazy how many promoters that we have now.
Oh yeah, and most of the promoters are self-monster truck owning, kind of like with Joey and then Jimmy Creedon and Mike Harper, and they're kind of self-promoting, having promoting what they're doing, but bringing in the trucks that they own to fill in the show. So that's kind of neat, and then they're finding out saying, I can make more money doing this than doing anything else. So can't wait to see the future holds for some of these promoters like Zane and all that.
Oh yeah, like do you think, just trying to think about it, do you think Bill Payne's team kind of revolutionized that whole bringing the whole package deal, like their own shows, their own trucks? Do you think Bill Payne's kind of crew was the one to kind of really bring that more to the forefront?
Well, Bill Payne had the idea long before some people did. Well, not necessarily. I think a lot of people had the idea. They just didn't know. They didn't have the not finances, but
resources.
Stuff in their resources and arsenal to produce what they need to be producing. For the longest time, Zane had his he did promotions. He had I don't know the company, but he had prior to Renegades, but he would do West show in Pennsylvania, then Hagersburg, or not Hagerstown, but Gatlinburg, and shows like that back in the mid 2000s, late 2000s. He was running shows like that. Gil Wilson, Performance Motorsports. He was running shows clear from the 90s on. It's just with the help, I think, with what Bill Payne had with Danny Torgerson, with the resources that was going to back in the mid-2000s. Yeah, Bill knew what was going on and took the ball and ran with it to have his own self-promotion later on to do that. But he was kind of like the first to use all his trucks. But self-promotion of monster shows has been going on for a long time.
Yeah, and I also forget, Paul Schaefer. He was doing his own events even like the mid to late 90s and the early 2000s when he brought up all the names. It's actually kind of funny. I was watching some old TMB coverage the last couple of days, and I was watching a show. I forget where it was, but Don King and his barefoot truck. That truck was crazy. Like that. If I'm correct, that was a Woodcock chassis that he was running at the time, and that thing would wheelie like a son of a what.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Yeah, that was what he's known for, was that, and also adding those wheelies to freestyle. So,
like, I was just shocked at how crazy that truck would just rebound off of just like a wheelie run, rebound, and he would just stomp on the loud pedal and just ride that thing out. And how high the engine was and set back in that chassis. That was a weird, because I'm like, it just looked weird, that the whole chassis setup.
Yeah, I mean, that was the truck was kind of built in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I mean, back then motors were typically normal to sit high. Not as high as that barefoot truck, but a lot of trucks were like that, where the motors sit all the way in the back, so that helps out. But still, for what Don did, Don also did a lot of self-promotion and with his trucks and stuff, and he was the highlight of the show, and he ran that barefoot truck to the ground. Definitely the wheelie king, you would say, but it was cool to watch,
Mike Edmond, he brought two other names that had been self-promoting for a long time. Mike Welch and Seth Dalton. They were doing a lot of their own shows and own stuff for years, even before Bill, because I think Bill started with Mike. Like, that's how, the whole Northwest kind of scene back in the day. A thing that was actually cool to see over the last couple of weeks is that the Groth brothers have kind of brought back the old Rockstar. It's good to see that old piece of iron back out there. That thing, fairly well known when Bill was driving it, so it's good to see that back out there. So it's good to see old trucks come back.
And also, their crew members, which are twin sisters, are ones that are driving the truck. So that's pretty cool, also.
Yeah, bringing the mirror image name even bigger now. So it's like I said, it's an exciting time to be a fan, and even just be in the sport in no matter what capacity. If you're a crew guy, if you're a driver, promoter, fan, designer, it doesn't matter. It's an exciting time to be a part of the sport. And actually also would be amiss to not mention Wes Leb this last couple of days versus Monster Trucks. Our good friend Steve Perry brought some Monster Trucks back to Wes Leb. They did that on pay-per-view. It was $10. I didn't get to watch it, but from the footage I've seen, it looked pretty good. So it's good to see a different promoter at a track that Monster Jam kind of had a stranglehold on for decades or years or whatever. So it's good to see Steve kind of.
And there's some people complaining about it. Once again, it's not Monster Jam. These guys are trying what they were doing. They got the resources that they needed to do, and Steve and the crew knows what they're doing. People are gonna complain about it all day long, but you know what? The track trusted in Steve to do what he needed to do, and I think they did a pretty good show. So that's all I have to say.
They brought some awesome obstacles. They brought a garbage truck, which was really cool to see. some buses, and it was monster trucks versus mega trucks, and I think that was a unique idea as well. You know, and to those people that are complaining, just be happy that it's a monster truck show happening. You know, there could be, you know, we could still be in the midst of, you know, how it was last year with no shows happening, trucks just sitting, nobody making money, nobody, you know, no shows happening. Just be happy that there's stuff actively happening in the sport. Also, Cheech, your mother says hi.
Hi. Hi, Mom.
Both of Cheech's parents have been here.
Hey, last week's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Agosh. But, you know, I'm not too sure who our guest is going to be next week. Hopefully we'll find somebody for next week. Cheech will let me know, or I'll get the guest. We'll be on next week like usual. Guys, just thank you for all the support and love that you show us. You know, I still, it boggles my mind that we're still doing this today after all these years, and, you know, we're still kicking ass like usual, and you guys are just the best. Also, guys, go check out the Throttle Out show as well. Those guys are kicking ass as well. Austin Tweedy, Harley Johnson, and Austin Spence. Go check out what those guys are doing. They're awesome friends of ours. We've been on their show plenty of times. Go also check out Josh Rhodes, the Retro Monster Truck Review. I'm going to be on the show soon. I got to pick an episode of what to watch.
Listen to my episode.
Yeah, go listen
Friday.
to Cheech.
The worst show ever!
I gotta figure out what I want to watch. I want to Panda or maybe some like early 2000s Monster Jam. So I gotta figure it out.
You should follow what show you want to watch.
I just gotta decide them. I gotta decide that show though.
I picked the Nashville show because of the controversial calls and Dan Moriarty on his weird interviews, but I thought also being the only outside, you know, I'd say modern day, as in, you know, the last 3 years of NBC of the monster truck coverage, finally did some stuff with arenas. Prior to that, there wasn't a Monster Jam show fully detailed on the arena, monster truck arena show.
No.
After that arena show in Nashville, the rest of the programs through that and Speed and even FS1 were all focused on stadiums. So maybe a few racetracks. That even was less than that, but it was you know, something to look at. Dennis getting his flag back, and then you know, people forget that, you know, Tom Mentz was there for a while, but it was interesting to have. But yeah, that's last Friday's episode, Nashville 1999. TNN Motor Madness Monster Jam. So first season for that. And go check that out. Also, whenever they come out in the blue, whenever Cam and Mason, the Monster Cast guys, if you have a chance to check them out, check them out. But I think they went back to hibernation again. So if you want to go see them, they just came out with the episode tributing Scott Hartsock. So you want to take a look at that, go right ahead and see that. Then there's also other forms of monster truck podcasts that may not be, you know, shot out, but go ahead and take a look at that, because that's the same thing in the wrestling world. There's tons of wrestling podcasts. You can get Chris Jericho, Stone Cold, X-Pac, Kurt Angle, now Jeff Jarrett. There's all sorts of different podcasts, in Jim Ross, Eric Bischoff. So there is other podcasts going on with the monster truck world. It's whatever you trip your trigger. You want to go back in the archives of the monster truck world, go listen to Josh. If you want to listen to modern day monster trucks and rumors and voicing their own opinion, go to Throttle Out. If you want to go to see two guys on their interview and see what days of life of a monster truck driver, crew member, you know, official, past monster truck drivers, anything in typical, like talking around the water cooler and just having a nice conversation about life, this is our podcast. You know, there's different types going on there. There's all sorts of different ways, you know, and it's okay to listen to that, you know. For instance, too, always forget, if you're a monster truck collector, it's not really a podcast, but it's a little bit of a video thing that you can watch on Facebook and YouTube with Phil Pizza Pie and Ryan
Albin.
OCD dude. Okay, him. And those guys follow that. They have a whole source of monster truck collection stuff. And then the monster trucks of the West Coast. I don't know what's going on there. If they're completely done, are they taking a break? Did they break up? Are they coming back together? This love story here, I don't know what's going on. But if you have a chance to listen to their stuff, I think their Facebook page is still on. Go listen to their stuff. They interviewed all the top names on the West Coast, also the past, present, and even future drivers of the West Coast. They all got that. Now I'm waiting for Monster Trucks of the Outlaws of the East Coast, hosted by two West Coast guys. That's what I want to see now. And then they either do the North and then the South, and then they should do Canada, and then they should go Europe, and then they should interview all the guys from Australia, and then they can go Monster Truck Outlaws of far east, and then the Monster Truck driver from Japan. I don't know.
Monster Truck Outlaws of the Globe.
I would. Monster Truck Outlaws of the Globe, or something like that nature. It'd be cool to have them back and do what they need to do, but whatever it is, the program's still on the social media, so go listen to that stuff too.
And also Gears and Nachos. Go check that out. Bryce Kenny, Adam Anderson. Go check those guys out. Kind of more in-depth life of what those guys are all about. And another podcast to go listen to is the NHRA Insider Podcast by Brian Loans. That's one of my all-time favorite podcasts that I love listening to. Dale Jr. Download, one of the greatest. If you want to laugh your ass off, listen to John Force's interview on the Dale Jr. Download. It is the wildest podcast I have ever heard in my life.
Well, and also Dale Earnhardt Jr. interviews more than just, for example, not just all NASCAR. He interviewed John Force. He just got done with the episode with the reigning IndyCar champion,
Joseph Newgarden.
Yep. And then a bunch of stories. He had an interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Right now, Josh just perked up. What's going on, Josh? And
give me a hell yeah!
There's all sorts of podcasts. Also, another thing is Robert Hott and all those guys from All Monster. They do a podcast too. It's really, really a big old gap, but they were doing stuff, headlining a lot of people that a lot of people would love to have, and they were able to do some of that. So take a look at that. Also, there's tons of RC monster truck people also gonna take a look at that stuff too. We'll get some people back on. Once again, November 20th at the Hall Brothers shop is going to be the HBR Classic. Once again, I have all the information on my Facebook page, Dan Cheech Agosh. Take a look. Also, I have the Facebook page also there, so that'd be the link and stuff like that. It's $10 the first truck, $5 after. The rules and everything is on the site through Trigger King. That's what I run as. Follow the rules. If you guys do that, then you guys are more than welcome. It doesn't have to be just Trigger King. So the way it is in Champaign, Illinois, it's East Central Illinois. So Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan, Missouri, Iowa, all sorts of people that if you have a love for RC and monster trucks, come over. It's also open house too at the Hall Brothers shop. So take a look at that too. The Raminator will be on sale. On there to take a look. There's going to be merchandise at the merchandise trailer. Take a look at the shop on everything. Take a look at number 13 that's getting built. All sorts of stuff. And then if you guys want to learn and get your foot in the door in the monster truck RC solid axle world, this would be a perfect time. There's going to be vendors as racers. They'll take a look. Like Freestyle RC, they'll have their stuff on there to take a look at. JB Scale Graphics with One Up Racing, they work together with the wraps of JB Scale, and then One Up does the wrap work for them. So you take a look at their projects and stuff like that. there's going to be a whole bunch of people there, tech-wise. Churro Trust RC is going to be there too. So, very popular YouTuber is going to be at there. Monster Truck Racers too. Just got confirmed that Mark Peterson, the Reptoid Monster Truck guy, is going to be there. John Zimmer Jr., Zach Garner, even the Hall brothers, maybe Christian Norman, and could possibly maybe see some Max Ski guys. I'm going to say that up there. Maybe some Colt Eichelberger, Jared, maybe they're going to be there. So there's also a lot of monster truck people that are going to be at that event too, not just, in that community. So there's going to be a lot of help, and also I like to say a shout out for helping is Sugar King. They're going to supply the ramps, which is awesome. Cal RC, Horizon Hobby / Low C, JV Scale Graphics, yes, J Concepts, and that's just to name a few that's helping out for this. November 20th, doors open at 7:30, racing starts at 9:30, and we'll have 2 forms of racing for each class: sport mod. So the first class is actually retro, second sport mod, pro mod, and then LMC spec class. But there'll be 2 forms. 2 trucks are allowed for the retro, sport, and pro. 1 truck allowed only for the LMT. There's also going to be a freestyle. Winners for each division. There's going to be overall. There's going to be stuff going for overall. But there's also, for individual racing. So if you win like the first segment, you'll get something. If you win the second segment, you get something. Just it's stuff in general. So there's also going to be a show and shine. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff going on there. Get your trucks all dialed in and nice stuff. It'll be a good time. Just a fun time. Basically I'm going to set this up where everyone wins. That's pretty much it. Have a great time and socialize, connect. Want this to be a big connection, a group. So one group to another group, parts, information, stuff like that. I wanted to kind of make it like a solid axle, maybe a little bit like a SEMA type feel, where people can talk and bring out what they need to bring out. So if anyone else is watching that has ideas for, has product or stuff like that, they would love to come and debut or show up and maybe want to start a company and stuff like that, come on over. It'd be pretty cool. So just November 20th, come out, say hi, and have a good time. So, and also another vendor too, hopefully they be there, is the Childress Brothers, Jason and Lonnie. They have a chassis company they do. Also ACRC, to take a look at their stuff too. So I kind of want to do it like that, and hopefully we'll have some people, and we got a good turnout. Got 11 right now confirmed, and almost like 53 people saying they're interested. So it's all over the place. So that's a lot of talking. I just took out like maybe 10 minutes of this whole segment on promoting my RC event / open house for the Hall brothers. Remember, people, this is also the only thing they're paying is the RC if you want to run the event The building, to get in the building, is free. So it's open house. So come along and take a look, and hopefully the weather will cooperate, and we'll go from there. If the weather is really good, we'll open up the doors and lengthen the track a little bit more. But if it's a little bit raining or snowing, we still got enough to do what we need to do. So once again, folks, thank you, and that's about it for me.
Yeah, go check that out, guys. Go support Dan and what he's doing. Dan puts a lot of time and effort into RC stuff, and it's his passion besides, the real life stuff. So go support Dan and what he's doing. Also want to give a quick shout out to our friend there in the chat, Dalton Hastings. Go check out his YouTube. He's got a lot of old school classic stuff on there. Friend of the podcast. He's been on a couple times. One heck of a good dude, and hopefully, eventually we would want to do another discussion between the 3 of us and just kind of shoot the breeze as well again. So, You know, it's awesome, guys. Thank you for coming to hang out and just BS with me and Cheech. Dalton just said he's working on the Bigfoot 1991 season. So look out for that on his YouTube channel. He's been doing kind of seasons. I mean, did the Hall Brothers one recently and a lot of Panda stuff. So go check out what he's doing.
Still waiting on the snake bite.
Waiting on snake bite. So shout out to Monster Jam Rolando on YouTube. Love your podcast. Thank you there, dude. Thank you so much. Love seeing that kind of stuff. So yeah, that about does it for us, guys. We're gonna,
share, like, and subscribe to us too.
Yes.
So share it. Spread the love.
Yeah, like it, comment. Dalton just said snakebite is after Bigfoot there for you, Cheech. So, just gotta make sure you keep an eye out on his channel. And like we said at the beginning, guys, go on all the podcasts. Go ahead, Cheech.
Before we do anything, guys, we're gonna set a poll. In that poll, does anyone want to see another Brad challenge at the end of the year?
Oh gosh.
It can't be eggnog. It has to be something else. But
Mountain Dew.
Brad challenge. So, no, because you picked it. You just eliminated Mountain Dew. If someone else picked it, we would consider that. But
Dang it,
Brad. You can't pick it. You picked your last one. You picked the eggnog last year.
If I could show you what my my wooden hand is doing right now, I would, but it's a family-friendly show and I can't.
Okay. Well, anyway, no eggnog and no Mountain Dew now. So you just showed it. All right. Then let's get fast forward it. So we're going to vote. The end of the year, if you guys want to see a Brad challenge, yes or no, and then if we get more yeses, pick what he has to challenge in. I think he needs to do the one chip challenge.
Oh, hell no! Hell
one of those
no!
Chips. So he has to last. And the only time he can be able to drink milk is the little saucer cup. Not even one of those little the caps. You have to drink it from a cap. That's it. You can't have a glass or anything. You have to eat the chip. I think that'd be an awesome challenge. The one chip challenge. I
hate you right now.
Or we could do like the hot ones. If anyone wants to do that, you gotta get your favorite wings, wherever you find your wings at, Brad, and then you have to have 10 of them. And we're gonna ask you a question. And we gotta get you the Frank's hot sauce or whatever is a mediocre hot sauce, all the way to number 10, and you have to find the hottest hot sauce that you have to get at the local store, and go from there. So you ask 10 questions. You can try that. I'm taking ideas. Go from there.
I absolutely hate your guts right now.
What?
I hate your guts for suggesting hot stuff, because I don't do good with hot stuff. Frank's Red Hot is good enough for me.
Okay, that's number one.
Dalton, yes. Both of us do the one chip challenge.
No, it's only Brad.
No. Okay, we're gonna put another.
I'm gonna ban you forever. Dalton, you're out of here. Get your New England butt out of this dang podcast.
Okay, you know what? I'm saying this right now. I will do the one chip challenge.
I'll do it straight up. Okay, here's a test right here. We'll do it. The first one that caves in, drinking the milk. We get 1 glass of milk. Okay, I'll challenge you. I'll do it, but there has to be 1 glass, and the person that caves in is a loser.
Okay. It's Brad versus Cheech officially.
I think we should do that. Yeah.
I had to suffer last year, okay? I had to suffer the hell that was the eggnog challenge.
No. Don't be suffering when your mouth, let's make this be clear here. Your mouth cost you that situation, Mr. I feel like the Oilers could beat the Blackhawks in the 2019 or 2019, the 2020 Stanley Cup playoffs, mister. You're the one that put yourself in that position.
Yes,
no
I did.
No one else did it, except for you. You opened your mouth because you felt cocky enough that your hockey team was being able to win, but they lost. So your mouth had to cash what you can't. Well, you had to cash it. So it was your fault. No one else's. I just pulled it along. Ha. So
Okay.
I'm ready. I can do that one chip challenge.
Okay, so okay, let's see. We'll have people vote. It's either we do the hot chip challenge or we do the hot ones challenge. Okay, and it's either one of those two. Okay, and we have to have.
Well, the problem is this. We have to find the same exact hot sauce. I don't know if there's different ones in Canada and there's different ones in America.
We'll figure it out, but
normal. We both get the same chip.
Yeah, we'll figure it out depending on what people vote. But you know, I'm willing to do it. You know, I will put myself through hell once again and do it.
All right, here we go. Nope, we're gonna do this. So vote for this. Do you want Cheech versus Brad with the one chip challenge, or Brad's solo challenge with the 10 wings and hot sauce?
Okay, we'll figure that out. So we'll put a poll up on the
or Brad eats a full of wasabi.
Heck no, I am not doing that. That would probably make me sick.
Me either. Yeah, full food.
Or Cheech has to do 5 pounds of sugarless Haribo gummy bears.
Then I'd just be cleaning out my system.
Oh my goodness!
All
if
right.
anybody's ever seen the LA Beast video on YouTube with the sugarless gummy bear challenge, do it. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah,
Or just read the Amazon reviews.
Yeah, I'll just clean your stomach out. I need to do that, so I need to lose weight anyway. So.
But no,
I
I will
tried
do the one.
sugarless gummy
I'll do the one chip challenge. Mama.
Yeah,
like
I
I
agree.
said,
I will do the one chip. I'll do the one chip challenge also, but the poll's this: you want to see me versus Brad with the one chip challenge, or have Brad have his challenge and you have to pick the stipulations. So we'll go from that. I vote for the one chip challenge, so that's me.
I'm willing to do the one chip challenge. Mama ain't raised no bitch. I'm doing it.
There has to be issue. There has to be. I don't know about that. Let's go. Look back at the eggnog competition. And,
Okay. I just thought about this.
You're right.
I just thought about this.
You did it. So.
I just thought about this. If I somehow can get my ass to the Hall of Fame, we do it live at the Hall of Fame. If I can somehow get my ass down there and afford it, we're doing it at the Hall of Fame.
All right.
Why not do it in front of a crowd? And we did the thing live last year. Do it in front of a crowd. So somewhere, somehow, I'm getting my ass to the Hall of Fame. We're doing it in front of a crowd for a live podcast, and it's going to be the greatest thing in the world.
So what's the speculations then? If the loser.
Okay, we have to think about
loser
that.
and winner. Well,
I think that'd be good. We're both going to be hurting, so we're both going to be in hell. There's no winner.
All right, here. No. We're going to do this. All right. So it'll be weird, but let's see here. Okay. We're going to do this. If the loser, alright, first one to cave in with their glass of milk, they lose, they have to chug the rest of the gallon milk.
Oh, dude! Okay, no. If you lose, you have to watch an hour straight of Kate Milliken interviews, and if I lose, I have to watch Cruz Pedregon's 1992 NHRA season, which I despise.
I sound like I'm gonna win no matter what.
But guys,
I watch Kate Milliken interviews.
If you want to see this, like, comment on our page, like, somehow or some way, I'm getting to the Hall of Fame. We're doing this because I think it'd be hilarious.
Yep. So if you come and confirm that you'll be there, the loser has to drink the rest of the gallon of milk outside. And
yes, we can't do it inside because things will go sideways if that happens inside.
Yep. So you have to drink the whole thing if you lose. So better practice your heat tolerance. 'Cause I am. Not gonna lie. I think I am gonna get a spoonful of wasabi.
Well, guys, what a better way to end the episode. So, if you want to go follow me on social media, check out me, the Monster Truck Canucker on Instagram. Just Bradley Shaw here on Facebook. It's a picture of me as a little baby with my alien head. You know, just go follow us. And Cheech, what can people find you on? I don't even know what you're gonna say this time.
Find me on BradleyShaw.com. Find me at Bradley Shaw on Facebook. I'm a little alien baby with a big ass forehead. Find me at Bradley Shaw Designs. I think I have a website. I don't know. It's like BradleyShawDesigns.ca or something like that. Follow me at Monster Truck Canucker on Instagram. Find me on. I think you can find me on a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, find me there, Brad Shaw. Or Daniel Cheech Agosh on Facebook. Daniel Agosh on Instagram. And also my RC page. Also follow the RC HBR Classic 2 on Facebook. So there's a bunch of stuff you can do. So find me there.
And you might see Cheech on the road wearing his little panda head, and you know you can find him doing that. You know, just jamming gears and doing what a panda does.
Yeah. Go find Brad after a 48-hour trip. Brad's in the middle. Brad in his fortress.
Okay.
Fortress.
I just had just a weird imagine. Both of us have the one chip challenge, and we have like a experience like Homer Simpson after eating that pepper on that episode of The Simpsons, if you remember. He does like a hot pepper. He goes he trips out. It's such a good episode. But yeah, guys.
Watch it.
We don't really have a guest scheduled for next week. If we do, we'll let you guys know. And until next week, guys, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up, everybody. Peace.